Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Real Life Fishing. In this episode, I'd like to talk about essential items for spending a full day out on the lake, right? We're not talking about what you need in the boat or what kind of tackle or rods or reels or any of that. We're going to talk about stuff that helps make you, the fisherman, more comfortable. So we've got these Sitka boonie hats here, and really like these. The color patterns are mostly camo, but they breathe really well. And they'll keep the sun off you, help keep you cool. They've got an elastic hat band, so they're one size fits all type of deal. But myself and April have wildly different size heads, and they fit us both great. So, and of course, you got a nice little lanyard there, drawstring lanyard that you can tighten it up under your chin if you should so choose. I find that it works great for keeping it from flying off my head into the lake when it's a little breezy out. The next thing here is sunglasses. Let's step outside and take a look at those. No discussion on clothing or fishing wear would be complete without discussing eyewear as well. From left to right, what we're looking at here are a pair of Oakley bottle rockets. Those are polarized black lenses with black iridium coating. The next over are Oakley split shots. Those are the shallow water model. And on the right here, we've got Oakley split shots again, but the deep water model. So let's take a look at the differences between all these. First, this is what we're looking at with no lens. This is just the camera bare. This is the view through the Oakley bottle rockets with the polarized lenses. This is the view through the Oakley split shots, shallow water. You can see it's an amber lens with a green reflective coating on it. I find these glasses to perform exceptionally well in stained water or turbid water. I don't know why Oakley chose to call them shallow water, but they work very well in heavily stained or tannic water or turbid water. And last up, we have the Oakley deep water lenses. You can see that these are a little bit more neutral in color, and they have a blue reflective coating on them. Again, not sure why Oakley chose the shallow water, deep water, but I find these to work exceptionally well in very clear water environments. With deep water, with shallow water, and with regular Oakley polarized lenses. Next up on the list then are pants. Here we've got my favorite pair. I've got a couple of these in different colors. These are made by Columbia. They're very, very lightweight material. They've got mesh inside for the pockets. It dries incredibly fast. I've had to step into the lake a few times to assist with launching or retrieving of the boat or something along those lines. If there's no dock, hop in. They dry out really, really quickly. They're very, very lightweight. They breathe very, very well. And if for some reason you do want to turn them into shorts, right, the legs zip off, and they've got convenient R and L on the zipper pulls. So it makes them really, really easy to put them back together, right? You don't put the wrong leg on the wrong side of the pants and, look kind of silly. That belt that's on here is included with them. Very reasonable and affordable as well. So check those out. So next up then on our things to look at are Huck fishing shirts. If you've not tried one of these yet, you really need to. They're well worth the asking price, especially though if you get them on sale, right? I really try and get them when they're on sale. They're on sale quite frequently as well, right on the Huck Fishing website. But you can find them for sale at your local sporting goods place or farm store or what have you. Basically, there's three different kinds of shirts, right? So you've got I suppose four if you count the short sleeve ones, but in the long sleeve ones, there's three. These do breathe well enough that, I wear those Columbia pants and these shirts when it's, in the upper 80s or even lower 90s. These keep me plenty cool. They breathe very, very, very well. They're incredibly, incredibly lightweight. Again, they dry very fast. They're a great material, and they keep the sun off of you. You don't really feel quite how hot it is, right? And for those of you saying, upper 80s, low 90s, you live in Arizona or Nevada or something like that, this is Wisconsin. When it's in the upper 80s or low 90s here, the humidity is also right there with it in the upper 80s, you know, so it can get to be pretty unbearable. But so these basic 3 different types, right? So this first one, you can see the back of this is a different material. It's kind of like a mesh. I do have several of these, although they're not my favorite. This mesh material tends to catch and get pulls in it, kind of like a sweater does. Then next up is the hoodie, which is basically the same as the previous shirt we were looking at. This is the front of it, right? The back has that same mesh like the one next to it there. But basically all they did was they took the same shirt, they put the logo in a slightly different place. Instead of that big prominent logo on the chest, it's just a small little one up there in the corner. And they stitched a hoodie onto it. I mean, you can see here that that's really all it is. I mean, you've still got the same collar that you had on the other shirt, right? Even this light blue line is the same, right? Because these are the same pattern. So all they did was they took the regular long sleeve shirt, printed the logo in a different location, and stitched a hood onto it. Long story short, if you like the way that the long sleeve shirts fit you, the hoodie should fit you just fine because it's the same shirt, they just stitched on a hood. And then the last one, these are the shirts that I prefer. You know, same type of material on the front and the arms, and you've still got the little bit of webbing on the very sides, right? But you don't have any of the two-tone webbing on the arms, right? Like this black and gray one here. That two-tone webbing extends all the way down the arms, right? One other thing about the web shirts I feel is that they don't stretch and flow quite as well as these almost solid material ones do. So let's take a look at the back of it. So here's the back of it, and you can see that there is no webbing on the back here, right? It's just a solid piece of material. So I really prefer this type of a shirt. They just seem to fit me a little bit better, and you know, they stretch a little bit more easily. They don't feel quite so tight up in the shoulders. So if we take a closer look at the back and shoulders of this other one here with the mesh on it, you can see that there's actually a catch in it right here. It's kind of starting. But if we take a closer look at the back, you can see all this stitching that runs across here, right, where they joined this material together. And while that's really, really sharp looking, it does detract a little bit from the flexibility of the shirt. You know, it's not at all that they're uncomfortable. You know, I still own a number of these and still wear them regularly, but I do prefer the other one. And there you have it. Everything you need to wear from head to ankle. We covered everything but footwear, but I'm sure if you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen I prefer to wear flip-flops most of the time. As the season wears on here, I'll be switching to sneakers or boots, but flip-flops dry out fast, which is one of the reasons I wear them any chance I get. So if you have any gear that you think I should check out, please be sure to let me know in the comments, and maybe it'll make it into a future episode. Next week, I'll be going out with Scott from Thankful Outdoors again for the next installment of our scent contest. We're going to be headed out to a lake that neither of us have fished before, so we won't be going to the same old spots we always go to and catching dinks. Since garlic edged out unscented in the first contest by a narrow margin of 16 to 14, this time around, it'll be garlic versus the next scent. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on our scent challenge as we try to discover which scents work best. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Real Life Fishing.